a very dedicated group of committee members headed by Mario Ferrara, Holly Wood, and Councillor Johnson, as well as others who I may not see in the crowd or may not have been able to attend today, set work on finding us a new fire station. Unfortunately, we were growing really quickly, and our need for new manpower and new equipment was far outweighing the amount of people and stuff we could fit in the ATCO trailer at the back. So this group of dedicated people set forth looking for new designs and a new site for the fire hall. They went through an awful lot of different options around town and finally actually came back to the place where the existing fire hall was and to what you see today. Please tell me I don't have to repeat that, right? Fortunately, what you see today was a lot of that dedicated and hard work. I also wanted to let you know that every room in this fire station has been given an awful lot of thought when it was put together, and one especially I wanted to talk to you about today, and that's the Craig Lawrence Memorial Gym. That came about with the great work of the people that were involved today and some fantastic sponsors who I'd specifically like to thank. Our friends at EPCOR stepped forward and donated the cash that built that room, as well as putting in the fantastic floor that you'll see upstairs. And our friends at Melcor Developments stepped forward and donated the money for all of the gym equipment you see there and what you'll see over the next couple of years. That room will help keep our firefighters fit to continue to fight fires. And I just wanted to say, I hope you'll all give everyone that worked on this project a big round of applause, including all the committee members, all of the members of town staff, and especially Councillor Johnson for snapping the whip and making sure we never lost sight of the program and making sure that every detail was adhered to and is perfect. So thank you so much for coming, and please give them a big round of applause.
Honored to be part of the building team, building facilities, planning and building facilities, and I also would like to have my kudos to Kelsey Johnson for initiating such an important program and controlling the program so that it would not exceed the budget. So also my congratulations to Kevin for controlling the cost of the facility so that it would not go way over the budget. I have a small presentation to Kelsey and also to, well, perhaps we could use it to adorn part of the offices of the fire. This is sort of a fire and water, the sunset over the water of Hawaii in Hakuna Bay. Thank you.
To the issue of what the Maltese cross represents. It's worn by firefighters around the world as a symbol of protection and sacrifice. And in the 11th and 12th centuries, the Knights of Malta, they adorned themselves with large crimson-colored capes that were worn over their suits of armor. Not only were the capes symbolic, they also helped provide a defense against one of the newest weapons of war, and that was fire. As invading forces attacked the castle, the defenders would throw containers of naphtha and other flammable liquids on the other army. And once the armies were soaked, a torch would be hurled at the attackers, igniting their fuel-soaked clothing. With their fellow troops engulfed in fire, the Knights of Malta would approach on horseback, rip off their capes, and use them to extinguish the flames on their burning fellow fighters. And as a reward for the bravery, the cross worn by those knights was decorated and inscribed by their admirers. It came to be known as the most honorable badge that could adorn a uniform. And to this day, firefighters wear the Maltese cross with respect and in tradition of honor and duty. The very words that are worn on the shoulder flashes of Alberta Heath County Fire Services personnel here this afternoon. Similarly, this gorgeous facility has only come to fruition due to the hard work that is the honor and duty of a great number of people. Chestermere Council, and in particular, Deputy Mayor Kelsey Johnson, whose commitment has been unwavering and constant, along with all of the town of Chestermere's departments, the architects, the engineers, and the tradesmen who created this legacy project. All have had a substantive hand in bringing Fire Station 59 to completion, and we could not be happier with their efforts. As the Fire Chief of Rocky County, I am both humbled and filled with great pride in welcoming all of you to this grand opening. In the coming years, this facility will serve as a community base and a symbol of partnership. And together we are better, and together we are firmly resolved to provide our communities with excellence in fire, EMS, and policing protection. This is both cost efficient, yet highly effective. We look forward to working closely with our emergency service partners, the RCMP, the town of Chestermere, and Rocky View County Peace Officers and paramedics of Alberta Heath Services, who every day serve and protect our communities. This sharing of services, this sharing of services and structures lends itself to a collaborative emergency services model that brings the best out of each of our organizations. And to our personnel, I want to thank you for your continued efforts, and to our 4 Ps in a pod, as I call them, Captains Paquette, Offerroth, Pomeranke, and Passmore. I've never had to say 4 Ps in one sentence before. So thank you for your efforts, and those of your crews. I know your work here will be effective, it will be safe, and it will be diligent.
Fire helmet. It's emblazoned with Chestermere, their name, and retired. We've also given them some plaques dating their service as fire chief in the town of Chestermere. And again, gentlemen, I'd like to thank you very much. We also just, we're going to actually, these 2 gentlemen are going to help us also cut the ribbon to open the fire hall. But before we do that, we're going to dedicate a memorial tree to a past firefighter, Craig Lawrence.
Thanks, Kelsey. You know, when Deputy Mayor Kelsey Johnson asked me today to say a few words before we did our dedication for the tree in Craig's name, I was thinking I should write a speech, and I should make it a few pages long and pour out all the things that have happened since we lost Craig. And then I thought it's probably going to be better if I just talk to you from my heart, because A, it's shorter for all of you, and B, because it gets to the point. And the point is that some days you come into the office and you still look for that little car parked out front that was there morning, noon, and night since the time I got on council and since the time this town started to boom. And some days you walk along the corridors and you realize it's actually been quite a while since we lost Craig. But his memory is still here in so many different ways. And as all of you walk through this hall today, know that he would have been so excited to see this and so totally bummed not to have been able to be here to play around and play in the big trucks in this fantastic and beautiful facility. So as you wander through today, take a moment and think about Craig. We'd ask you all to come out and join us along with Craig's mom and dad today to dedicate the tree that will sit in front of the fire hall as a reminder to all of us of Craig's dedication to the fire service in Chestermere. So if you'd like to join us outside, we'll ask Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence to do the initial watering of the tree. And as you walk through the park and see the town hall today, know that we're all thinking about him in one way or the other.